everybody, it's Deborah Morgan with Kids Health Revolution, coming to you with another video of information, inspiration, and of course, the tools that you need to take your child's health back. So today we're going to talk about some kind of scary statistics that I've come across in doing some research for some writing that I'm doing. I have discovered a study that shows 1 out of every 4 children in North America has some type of chronic illness, and to be counted for this study, it had to be a chronic illness serious enough that they were either taking medication on a regular basis or having some other kind of medical intervention on a regular basis for this condition. So I can imagine from that statistic that there are a lot of kids that fall through the cracks, right? Kids who aren't taking regular medications, like my son, who don't make regular visits to the hospital, but they still actually have a chronic illness. So this number could be even higher than 1 in 4 in reality. And for me, I don't know about you, but I find that heartbreaking that 1 in 4 of our kids is struggling this much with their health. And I know that this is also reality for a lot of families, because a lot of the families that I'm working with, this is what they face every day, dealing with things like cerebral palsy, nonverbal autism, extreme asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, eczema that's very debilitating, and autoimmune, of course. So those are just a few of the examples of some of the conditions that millions and millions of our little kids are struggling with, truly struggling with every day. And while that in and of itself is frightening, the scope of the problem, millions of kids with these chronic health conditions, for me, that's not the most worrisome or concerning thing. What really bothers me is the message that I know these parents are receiving every day about their children's health and their future. So most of us as parents are told there's very little, if nothing, that we can do to affect our child's health outcomes, right? We're told they're going to need lifetime care, long-term treatment, medications to manage the disease or the chronic illness, therapies, and long lists of things that we have to do to help manage these things. We leave the doctor's office after their diagnosis with this list of follow-up appointments to make, maybe specialists to see, therapy appointments to book, and of course, medications to figure out how to use. What nobody ever tells us is the other story, the better story, the story that could change families' lives and that I think could change the world. And those are the stories of parents who've chosen not to listen to that message, who've chosen a different path and have made a difference for their kids. Stories of moms like Isabel, who helped recover her teenage daughter from debilitating eczema just using diet and gut healing protocols. Stories of mothers like Maria, who refused to believe her son would never speak and recovered her autistic son to the point that he is a social, caring, communicative child who, let me tell you, that boy can speak his mind. Stories like my own, with my own son, my journey to recover him from an autoimmune disease that we were told would only spread and get worse. And instead, it has steadily gotten better, and even without the use of the steroid medications we were prescribed. These are the stories that parents need to hear. These are the stories I want parents to hear, because these stories are the truth. The truth is that you and me as parents, we have way more power than you can ever imagine to help improve our children's health. The truth is that the very foundations for health are in our own hands. Mainstream medical has its place, absolutely, but it has very little to offer us in terms of real health gains when it comes to chronic health. issues. That, my friends, is up to you and I. Those foundations for health are simple things. The food we eat, the air we breathe, and the things that we put on our skin. These things lay the foundation for health, and you and I have control over those things. So when we focus on improving those areas, that gives our children's bodies the opportunity to find the balance that it needs for health. So what do you need to do? What are some things to focus on to change? So number one is to help your child's gut. Gut health is integral. So eat real food, not processed food. Number two, simply clean up the air in your home by getting rid of your chemical cleaners and replace them with something more natural. We use vinegar, water, and tea tree oil for just about everything in our house, and it's cheaper. The next thing, the third thing you can do, is to switch out your chemical-laden body care products for more natural options. So you want to get rid of things like phthalates and parabens that we know are endocrine disruptors. They're disturbing the hormone balance in the body. And you can replace those with things that you can find at your natural food stores, health food stores, or even make your own. There's tons of videos on YouTube on making your own body care products that really don't take much time. And again, they're cheaper. 3 changes that we can make to make a difference for our kids. And these changes aren't hard, right? Compared to worrying all the time that my son's body, his immune system, was going to start attacking another part of his body and something that's more serious. That's hard. Worrying that your son will never speak, that's hard. Watching your daughter have to quit her favorite sports team because her eczema is just too painful, that's hard. But making these changes is honestly ridiculously simple in comparison. And it is going to make the difference for your child. It allows us to brick by brick build that strong foundation on which true health rests. So we know they have true health, robust health. And having that kind of health means that our children are going to have the opportunity to reach their full potential. They will not be told what their future holds. They can write their own future when they have this kind of health, this kind of foundation. If you like this video, take a second just to give it a little like below. And if you think you know somebody who could use to hear this message, I'd love for you to share it with them. And of course, I would love to hear from you. What have you tried with your child in terms of a natural approach? What's working for you? What's not working for you? What are you frustrated with? Or maybe you have one of these amazing success stories that we could share with the community. I would love to hear from you. And I would love for you also in the comments below just to maybe make a commitment to one of the changes, one of the things that I mentioned in those 3 things, that you're going to take that one step to start making a difference for your child. One little baby step that you're prepared to start taking today. What better time than today? So remember, you're not alone. I have all kinds of free resources and tools for you over on the Kids Health Revolution website. Great community. I'm there. Other parents who are on this same journey, and we know what this is all about. Keep up the good work. Our kids need us to keep taking a stand, because we really can make a difference, and the world needs us to keep taking this stand and being a force for good in the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to catching you in the next video. Take care.